Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed your 4th of July. I am currently first of all, I'm doing something that I've never done before. I am streaming on my regular Facebook page, and I'm also streaming on my medical assistant YouTube as well as my medical assistant Facebook page. So I'm streaming on multiple platforms. So again, this is something I've never done before. And like I said, I'm at the dealership. I'm getting some service done to my car, and I decided to go live because, first of all, I remember maybe like a couple years ago, I was sitting in this very spot talking about this very thing that I'm going to talk about today. And for those of you that are watching from my medical assistant YouTube or watching from my medical assistant Facebook, you guys know that I've been doing this series on the channel called Medical Assistance and Money. It's a financial series that I've been doing for medical assistants because I wanted to teach you guys just different aspects of money, as a person in general, but coming from the medical assistant side. Like I did a video on how to budget as a medical assistant. I did a video on how to pay off debts and how to save as a medical assistant, right? And again, these principles go for anybody, but because this is what we talk about on this channel and on this Facebook page, those are the things that I wanted to focus on for medical assistance. Okay, no, first of all, no matter how much money you make, I don't care if you're a six-figure or more earner, you have to have a budget. You have to save. You got to pay off debts, right? Because we know so many people who make over six figures but are broke because they're not budgeting. They're living above their means. They're not good with money and things like that. But anyway, this video I want to talk about investing. Hey, CC, good morning. Again, for anybody that's just joining me, I'm streaming live from my personal Facebook page, my medical assistant Facebook page, as well as my medical assistant YouTube. And I want to continue the series that we did on medical assistance and money by first talking about investing, right? So there's a few different ways that you can invest, and I'll share something really quickly that made me want to talk about this today. Again, the first thing that made me decide to go live while I'm sitting here is because literally like a couple years ago, I was sitting in this very spot teaching people how to invest in stocks. Google and Amazon, they were just about to do their big split. And I went live to talk about, the benefits of buying before the split happens and how cheap the stocks will be before they, once they split and all of that. And then the other reason I wanted to talk about it is that I recently was able to reap the benefits of the investing that I have been doing all these years. Okay. So I have some credit card debt that I've been paying off. And one of the credit cards I had that I needed to pay off was maybe about $2,000, right? And I wanted to get that out the way so I can focus on my bigger credit card that I need to pay off. So I said, you know what? I have this money over here that I've been investing that has been sitting there, right? That's in my stocks, right? I said, why not just pull from that to pay off this credit card debt really quickly? And let me just give the disclaimer: I'm not a financial expert, and I'm not a financial counselor or any of that. So just listen to what I'm telling you guys as my experience. And if you are in a similar situation, it may work for you as well. I just want to kind of give you guys just a little education on investing, right? First of all, there's so many different ways to invest. You invest in businesses, right? We talked about starting side hustles as medical assistants, right? So starting a business, you may invest in your business because you got to buy your supplies. You have to buy the platforms and all of that good stuff that you're going to have to use, right? You can invest in your retirement. So everybody's pretty much have a 401k, right? Or you have 403b, and then you have IRAs. You have traditional IRAs and you have Roth IRAs. And I'm specifically going to talk about Roth IRAs because that is what I use. First of all, if you do not have a retirement fund, you have to have that. So for my medical assistants that are watching from YouTube and on my medical assistant Facebook page, make sure you guys are invested in your retirement fund. If your employer most likely will be matching you anyway. So take advantage of that. Let's say you put in $200 every pay period. Most employers will match you and put in $200 as well. So you're getting double. So take advantage of that. I don't care how young or old you are. It's never too late if you're older, and it's never too early if you're younger. So anyway, the Roth IRA, the thing that I like about the Roth IRA is that you're getting taxed on your money before you invest it into your Roth IRA, right? So with the traditional, you get taxed later. So let's just say you have been investing in your traditional retirement account. Once you cash out, let's say you're at $100,000, right? You've saved up that much, or maybe even $1 million, right? You're going to get taxed on it traditionally, right? But if you use a Roth IRA like I use, you're getting taxed beforehand. The money that you're investing has already been taxed because you have to have earned income that's being taxed anyway to qualify for a Roth IRA. Okay. So again, investing can be in your businesses, your retirement. Okay. As I mentioned, 401k, 403b. I specifically invest in a Roth IRA. Okay. Now there's other things that go with that. And when you have accounts like a Roth IRA, you can use that as a brokerage account, and you can invest in things like stocks. You can invest in mutual funds and bonds and all of that, which I'm not going to get into in this video. I specifically focus on stocks because that's what I'm familiar with. That is what I invest in. And I don't use apps like, there's so many different brokerage accounts. You can do like Robinhood, there's Acorns and all of that. I specifically invest through my Roth IRA. So if you have a retirement account, even if you're going through Fidelity and you're interested in investing in stocks, you can do that through those accounts. And that is something I recommend. Right now, I mentioned that I was able to pull and pay off a credit card debt that I had. I don't recommend that for everybody because, first of all, when you are investing in your retirement, those accounts, they usually have penalties, right? If you are not of retirement age, they'll have penalties that you'll have to pay as well as taxes, okay? Now, I decided to go ahead and pull from mine to pay off that debt that I had because when it comes to Roth IRAs, and again, I'm not a financial expert or financial counselor, just telling you guys what I know, you are not penalized for taking your contributions. Okay. Now, contributions is whatever you put into it. So let's just say you've been investing forever, for how long? The money that you contribute and you decide to make an early withdrawal, you're not necessarily penalized on that. So that's why I decided to make that decision. Again, if I never started investing, that would not be an option for me. So the purpose of this video really is to get you guys to start thinking about investing, right? We already did a video on budgeting. We did the video on credit. We did the video on saving and paying off debts. Right now, we're talking about investing, right? So after you have your emergency fund saved up, after you have say you got your emergency fund saved up or whatever else you need to save up for, and you have been paying off your debts, you want to start looking at investing because you want your money to grow. Like, let's say most of you guys probably have a savings account right now, right? That you have money sitting in. Your savings account most likely is probably your money is just sitting there not growing. Um, so you want to have it somewhere that it is building interest, okay? Somewhere where your money is compounding and it's growing. For an example, a stock, as I mentioned. And when it comes to stocks, ladies and gentlemen, I don't recommend anybody just go out there, oh, I'm gonna go buy a stock, I'm gonna go start trading. You got to get educated. Before I started investing in stocks, I spent a couple of years learning about them before I even started investing. Matter of fact, the video that I did right here in this spot a couple of years ago, I shared that I started investing after 2 years, like 2 years of learning, taking classes, learning about investing and holding stocks for the long term. And then you have people who day trade. Now that's a whole nother thing. You definitely want to get that foundation of learning about stocks and how to buy them before you even think about trading. Okay. Um, Hey Andrew, I see you're number 2 today. So guys, as I mentioned, I am live on my regular Facebook page. I'm live on my medical assistant Facebook page as well as my medical assistant YouTube. This is the first time I've ever gone live on all of my platforms at one time like this. Yes, Amaya. Amaya says years. Yes, I learned about it for years. Now, you don't necessarily have to take years to learn about it. I just wanted to be comfortable, Amaya. I'm a learner. I like to learn. I'm a researcher. So for me, I felt better with just taking that time to really learn and to learn about different things, because individual stocks may not be for everybody. Some people may want to invest in mutual funds and bonds. Everything is not for everybody. So for me, I took those few years, well, like maybe like 2 years, to learn about all of it so I can know what was best for me. And for me, investing in my Roth IRA retirement account and using that account to buy stocks was best for me. Okay, now you may have a 401k, you may have a traditional IRA or whatever. Whatever you have, figure out ways that you can use that account to invest. Hey, Percy. Hey guys, y'all see Percy there? So if you guys missed our interview last week, make sure you guys check it out. Amaya says, I definitely am too, but I have a hard time getting overwhelmed while learning sometimes. I get it, Amaya. It's a lot. So one thing I will tell you, Amaya, don't get caught up in too many different avenues of learning. Don't get caught up in too many different people either, because one mistake that some people make is you learning from this person, that person, that person. Everybody is going to try to tell you something different, right? Everybody's one person is going to say no, you're going to waste your time with stocks. Another person is going to say no, you're going to waste your time with bonds. You have to learn about all of them and figure out which one makes more sense for you. Okay, even when it comes to choosing a retirement account, research them and see which one works for you. Because although I love my Roth IRA, that works better for me, you may not have that same goal that I have, right? So just, and as a matter of fact, let me paste my I have a book, guys. It's called Thinking Like a Virtuous Woman Financially. It's 3 money lessons we can learn from Proverbs 31. I'm going to put that in the comment section right now. And I talk about this stuff in that book. I wrote this book about almost 4 years ago. So I just put that in the chat. But it's called Thinking Like a Virtuous Woman Financially. Hey, Toya. That's my bestie, guys. Hey, Toya. So, yeah, Amaya, I get it. It can be overwhelming. It's a lot when you're learning about something that you never learned about before. And I wish the girl that I learned from was still doing this teaching, because she was really good. I learned investing from her. I learned how to buy stocks. And I'll just tell you guys this. Let me give you guys just a quick lesson. If anybody's watching this right now and you are interested in possibly investing in stocks, right? First of all, you need a brokerage account. My brokerage account is my Roth IRA. Again, they have apps like Acorn and Robinhood and things like that. You could use those as brokerage accounts. So when you're looking at stocks that you want to buy, it's not a matter of just going to say, oh, that looked like a good company, let me go buy that stock. No, you have to first, you can start by thinking about companies that you use, right? You can start there. That doesn't mean you're going to go buy that company, because they may not necessarily have stocks you can buy, and they may not necessarily be a good company to invest in. So um, you start with looking at companies you invest in. For me, Amazon and Google was a no-brainer for me, because first of all, Amazon has grown tremendously. If any people that started investing in Amazon stocks back in the day when they first started are literally millionaires now. And so that's a steady company, right? Google is another one. That's the number one search engine. So for me, when I bought stocks in Amazon and Google, that was a no-brainer for me. I started investing in them a couple of years ago when they split, okay? Because I'll tell you guys, Amazon and Google stocks got so big that just one share was like $3,000, okay? And then they did a split, so everybody that had that one share turned into like 20. Okay, so look at companies that you're familiar with, um, and then write those companies down. Then you want to go and look at so I don't want to get into a lesson here, but you just got to look. I'm going to see if I can refer someone to you, because, like I said, the girl that I learned from, she doesn't teach anymore. But you just want to look at different, like their finances. You want to look at the projections for that company, and there are certain things you have to look at. But again, just start with those companies that you use, and then start doing some research. Find a class, get a class on stocks and investing, and learn how to actually analyze those stocks analyze those companies to see if it is worth investing in. And it's always a risk. Anytime you invest, it's a risk. So I'll just say that anytime you make an investment, it is always going to be a risk. Okay. Now you can minimize your risk by learning as much as you can and by researching that company first. Okay. So that's that. Any other questions? I see I'm getting more so people on my YouTube channel more than anything. But let me know, guys. Again, I am streaming to my personal Facebook page. I'm streaming to my medical assistant YouTube as well as my medical assistant Facebook page. I have been doing this medical assistance and money series on my channel, and I just want you guys to know that you have other ways of making money. First of all, multiple streams of income. I'm very big on that. I don't care how much money you make, you need multiple streams. Okay, I have multiple streams, may not be making a whole lot on each one but I have multiple streams. So you just got to start somewhere, and investing is for everyone. If you are working and your company has a retirement um, has a retirement program for you guys that matches, that is even better. That is even better. And of course, you want to learn the rules of pulling out, removing money or borrowing money or whatever. You need to know the rules for that stuff. All right, I don't see no other questions popping up, so I'm gonna get ready to jump off here. I'm gonna wait a couple more seconds and see, and I'm gonna get ready to jump off here so I can work on something that I'm working on. I didn't plan to go live. I just was sitting here and remembered I was here in this exact same spot like 2 years ago, um, explaining how I had just bought that one share in Google and I bought one share in Amazon, and then it split and turned into 20 shares. So now I have like over 20 something shares in Amazon and Google. I had 20, but I sold some to pay off a debt, which again, I don't recommend necessarily for everyone. But I did the research to see what would happen if I do that. And for me, it worked. And one thing I will say is that I understand why financial advisors like Dave Ramsey, I understand why he recommends paying off your debt first before investing, because to me, it was like when I saw how I'm like, okay, I got this money over here that's sitting there growing, but I got debt right here. I got this credit card I need to pay off, right? That's constantly compounding the interest. Why would I not go ahead and pay this off? Because this is a guarantee right here that I need to pay this off now. I'm not guaranteed to see that over there. So let me take that and go ahead and pay it off. So I understand, because it's like, why why have money over there growing like that and then you have all of that debt? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't like your net worth is still going to be the same, negative probably, right? It just didn't make sense. So I definitely understand why they say pay off debt. You can do both at the same time. Yeah, you can save, you can pay debt, and you can invest at the same time. But before you do any of that, as I mentioned in that last video, um, for medical assistance, you want to have your emergency fund though. You got to have that. That's like non-negotiable before you do anything. Because guess what? If you don't, let's just say you are investing and an emergency happens, you don't have any money to take care of that emergency. Now you done invested your money over here in stocks, and you want to be penalized if you pull that money where that money could have been sitting there ready for that emergency. So first thing is always going to be emergency fund first. Okay, how much that is going to depend on how much you need, right? They recommend starting at 1,000 at least. Your emergency fund, maybe you may need 3,000 or 5,000, whatever is going to cover your 3 months of expenses or whatever. Got to start there first. But I did put my book in the comment section. It is Thinking Like a Virtuous Woman. I'm gonna put it in there one more time with the title because I didn't put the title there. It's Thinking Like a Virtuous Woman, financially, um, 3 money lessons we can learn from Proverbs 31. And you could be a man and read it. I even had men tell me that um, book was helpful for them as well. Alrighty, so I placed that there. I'm going to go ahead and end this, guys, and you have a great day, and you are welcome, Amaya. I hope you all have a blessed day. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Let me look at my banner, see if I need to pay something right there. Okay, cool. Alrighty, you guys have a good day and a great weekend. Be blessed. Owen.